I'm so excited. The OG from the OC is coming back next season. Did you see it coming? Did you?
Oh, I think we all saw it coming.
Rumbling.
Yeah, like I mean, it's
and then
season 20.
Tamara and Vicky were like lots of posting, we were having feelings like, is Vicky coming back? But last night was awesome.
We thought for sure that if there was a season for her to come back, it was going to be season 20, and that was exciting. The way that Andy did it. I mean, that was really cute. And to see that reaction from Vicky, and she deserved it. So that was fun.
Right. How do you think it's going to shake things up then? And do you feel like we needed a good shake up after a very hard season?
We do need a good shake up. And I keep saying I've never worked with Vicky, but Vicky has that like super fun whoop it up. But I am excited to work with her, and I do think it's the shake up that we may need.
Yeah.
I don't know. How do you feel like it's going to go though?
I don't know. I mean,
like Tamara and
right.
Yeah, it's going to be Shannon. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamics.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever see Vicky and Tamara kind of?
No, I didn't.
No, because I mean, even just like over the summer, Vicky was like texting me stuff and saying like, "Oh, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut," what she said. But she was telling me some stuff.
And insane. Like Vicky was like a soundboard. Like she would be like, "I've been there with Tamara." Like she knows that other side of Tamara. But I think they have such a history.
Yeah.
So maybe that's where that bond gets resurrected again.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Shannon doing? She okay?
Yeah. No, she's great.
She is.
She's great.
She actually is.
Yeah, she's doing
Do
great.
you ever see a road to reconciliation between you and Tamara? Is that ship has sailed? I mean, we haven't seen the last episode of the finale, but things are going to get very heated.
Yes, things do get heated. And you know what? Here's the thing, and Jen explained this really well in another interview. I think that the goal of what all of us were saying to Tamara this season is we just wanted her to take a step back and kind of take an internal look at things, and we just really wanted to see some of the behaviors change. And so I think for me, if anyone's ever really willing to show movement and change, then yes. And I hope that there's a way forward for us. Was I extremely hurt by what happened? Absolutely. But I also feel like I built such amazing relationships with the other women, and I have really great relationships with them and friendships that are real. And I'm excited to be with them, you know, and then hopefully that can get worked out in the process, you know?
Definitely. After watching it back, were Slade and Ryan disappointed that they didn't go to the reunion to kind of tell their side?
You know what's funny? Ryan was never actually officially asked. They mentioned it to me, like, would Ryan want to go? And I'm like, oh, you're not going to get Ryan there. This is weeks and weeks prior. And then Ryan was like, what the hell? I heard I canceled last minute. I think it was more of like, did Slade want to go? Because Matt and Slade and the whole Katie thing, it was all between them. But I think Slade made the right decision. There was no need for Slade to go.
No, there wasn't. And there was nothing really to prove there. Like, you know, it was just funny because when Matt would say, oh, he called me 20 times in a row. It's like, we literally went and looked at the phone record and I was like, what did I miss? Because you called him once. Like, what am I missing here? So, you know, it's like when you know your truth, you don't feel like you have to go and like stand up for it. It's just like, it is what it is. And if he wanted to be on the show and do whatever he needed to do, that's fine. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you spoken to Katie since the reunion? Have you run into her this weekend at all?
Ran into her, like I've seen her in passing here. Last night we were at the Bravos and all the girls lined up for a picture, and when I stepped into the picture, she was at the other end, so she waved and I waved back to her. And but no, I mean, Ryan ran into Matt and they had a nice conversation and I had a nice conversation. Katie wasn't with him at that time. But we do see each other in passing, but we haven't been able, like, there's been no connection. We haven't spoken.
Do you see a space for her within this group now?
I don't ever want to say no. And I just said this. I've had so many times where Katie and I would have real conversations or what I thought was real. And I would say, like, Katie, do you want to be in this friend group? Are you? Because her tactics sometimes felt so like this isn't how you go in and try to forge friendships. It felt opposite to that. So do I see a path for Katie? Yeah, if she genuinely was trying to form friendships, sure, but not the behind the scenes, talking to bloggers and all that. That I don't feel like bodes well for any of us.
Yeah.